Now on Nightside, despite having two star players out with injuries, Gonzaga still cruises to a big win at home over Pepperdine. We'll bring you the highlights.
Our week-long string of dark gray days continues for Thursday, but I am tracking some signs of sunshine in the first alert forecast.
And Move Fitness was supposed to open a second South Hill location years ago. What city records reveal about the stalled project? You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Well, the crowd was loud and on their feet tonight in the kennel. Good evening, and thanks for staying up with us. I'm Derek Dice. The 8th-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs rolled to an easy win over Pepperdine, upping their record to 20-1 on the season. Sports Director Jack Walsh joins us now. And Jack, despite the Zags missing 2 of their star players to injuries, the Waves were still no match for them tonight.
No, not quite the same. It was not too tall a task for Graham Ike and Braden Huff-less Zags. They were trying to handle a WCC last-place team in the Pepperdine Waves. Party in the USA hyping up the student section back after a dominant first half. It's the first game back with students since winter break. Pepperdine in the attack, and whoa, Ismaila Diani, what a block here. Mario St. gets possession, bounce past Tyan Grant Foster, and he finishes the slam on the other end. What a sequence for the Zags. Back to Tyan, kicks to Davis Fogel, drives in, jump shot, no, but the walk-on, Noah Holland with the rebound, second chance points. Gonzaga in full control. Here's St. Superi trying to put this game more away. There's a nice spot up 3. Zags up big inside the 7-minute mark. But now Braden Smith looks to Grant Foster, tries to finish close, but there's Holland again helping a teammate out. What a night for him, a career-high 10 points. Gonzaga wins their 13th straight game, 51st straight over Pepperdine in an 84-60 final. Gonzaga now has 29 straight seasons with 20 or more wins. Talk about consistency. Zags are a month ahead of last season to reach that 20-win mark. Join us later in sports. We're going to have Holland's reaction to his big performance, plus a look at the Cougs' furious comeback attempt at San Diego tonight. Derek, back to you.
All right, Jack, thank you. Well, this was the site earlier tonight, just off of Highway 195 on 16th Avenue. You got it. Another truck stuck under a low-clearance bridge. Officers told me this incident was called in at around 8 o'clock. No injuries were reported. It's just a 13-foot Enterprise rental truck trying to get under an 11-foot overpass. This is the 3rd incident like this that's happened this week. The first was the double-decker bus crash on the 18th. Then yesterday, this moving truck got stuck under the Stevens Street viaduct. Move Fitness has been planning to open this new South Hill location on 37th and Grand for years, but members are doubting whether the gym will ever be built. Move members say they were told their rates would go up once the new location opened, but that was over 2 years ago. Move's other South Hill location had mock-ups of what the new location would look like, but those have since been taken down.
Going back to when I first joined, they had a big sign, you know, with all of the floor plans and everything. Coming soon, new location, right there prominently, right there by the locker rooms. And over time, that sign eventually went away.
According to city permit records, Move Fitness recently requested yet another extension on its permit to remodel the building at 37th and Grand, saying the ownership team is going through a reorganization. Some of the schools in the East Valley School District were built over 50 years ago, and the district says they need more than just upgrades. They need to be completely rebuilt. That's why the school district is asking voters to approve a $220 million bond during next month's special election. The money would help the district build a brand new middle school and high school and allow it to make necessary repairs to all the other buildings in the district. It says right now the roofs of these buildings are leaking constantly. The floors and carpets are held together with duct tape, and the facilities don't meet current standards.
You can only put on so many Band-Aids. We truly need to get something new for our families and for our kids. And, you know, it's time. Now is time.
If passed, the bond would cost $1.96 per $1,000 of assessed property value. That's about $65 a month if you own a $400,000 home. But since this bond will replace an expiring levy, homeowners would only see an increase of $41 a month. The Moses Lake School District is asking for the community's help in the creation of a new elementary school. The district says it is proposing to build a new school where North Elementary is located. This is just a few blocks from where I grew up, combining students from North and Larson Heights Elementary. The community is invited to attend a forum where people can hear about the work to create the plan and ask questions about the process. The forum will be held Monday, January 26th at Larson Heights at 6 p.m. All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us now. And after a long stretch of cloudy and cold days, there might be a little sunshine in the forecast.
Yes, but it's going to come along with even more cold. In fact, some of the coldest weather of the season. 4 things to know about your forecast. Tomorrow, it is going to be deja vu, low clouds, patchy fog, although we have not had much fog the past couple of days. It's mainly just going to be that low overcast. It is going to be a cold day. We are going to have a shift in our winds on Friday, bringing in more of a northeasterly wind. It's going to pick up just enough to bring in some dry, cold air through the mountain passes and give us the possibility of some sunshine, but it is also going to be colder. Not only are we bringing in some colder air, we're going to be ripping off the blanket at night without those clouds to insulate us. We are going to be dropping down into the teens. Clouds are doing a great job keeping what little heat of the day we had in. It is 27 right now in Spokane with overcast conditions. Our high today was only 28, 26, our morning low. So we'll see our highs stay about the same, but with the lack of cloud cover, our overnight lows are really going to drop. Sunrise these days is at 7:29. Your Thursday planner, 27 degrees to start today. We're basically going to be holding steady at 27 overnight, heading to a high of 31 with overcast conditions. We may start to clear off a little bit as early as Thursday night, more likely on Friday. I'll be back to tell you all about it and have some Wildlife Wednesday photos in just a few minutes, Derek.
In each of the 29 counts, we, the jury, find the defendant, Adrian Gonzalez, not guilty.
A jury found Adrian Gonzalez, as you just heard, a former school district police officer during the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, not guilty for the charges of child endangerment or abandonment. In May of 2022, that shooting left 19 children and 2 teachers dead. The prosecution claimed Gonzalez failed to follow his active shooting training and did nothing to stop the gunman despite having enough time and information. But the defense argued Gonzalez didn't see the gunman when he arrived at the school and worked to evacuate the students from their classrooms. Following the verdict, Gonzalez's defense attorney addressed the victims' families.
There's no real winners, because obviously there's so much tragedy and hurt behind this. We're blessed that the jury looked at all the evidence. We had a chance to speak with them. They considered everything, and this is a long day coming for Adrian and his family, but we're humbled by the verdict, but we also know that there's families on the other side that are dealing with this new normal that they've had for 3 years, and they're still in pain. And so this was a disappointment for them, so we acknowledge that.
The jury was released for deliberations today, which took just over 7 hours. Spokane County has seen a sharp decline in vehicle thefts in recent years, a trend the Sheriff's Office attributes in part to the use of automated license plate readers, also known as flock cameras. This data was shared in Olympia as lawmakers debate stricter privacy regulations for the technology. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office started using flock cameras in 2022. It agrees there needs to be clearer policies around who can access the data from these cameras, but the Sheriff's Office worries the current proposal goes too far by limiting data storage to just 72 hours, which some say is simply not long enough to conduct an investigation.
Saved us a ton of investigative time and solved cases that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise solve without expending a tremendous amount of other investigative resources.
Now, yesterday, the Senate and House heard public testimony on legislation to tighten flock camera regulations. Supporters argue the technology has been used against community members without their knowledge, since right now, agencies must share flock data via public records requests. This bill would change that. The Senate bill will be discussed by the Law and Justice Committee tomorrow. Also in Olympia, officials from the city of Spokane are hoping to convince lawmakers to delay an $8 million state tax under the Carbon Commitment Act. It would require the city to purchase carbon tax credits to offset the Spokane waste-to-energy facility's carbon footprint. The city says converting trash into electricity is much more environmentally friendly compared to other disposal options, and it should be given a longer grace period in order to comply.
We want to be able to be treated fairly with other communities, and we also recognize that waste to energy is actually a better environmental outcome for our world.
The city says if it has no luck delaying the bill, it's estimated that residents could expect a 20% increase on their garbage bills. A new member has joined the Washington Supreme Court. This is Spokane native Colleen Melody. She was appointed back in November by Governor Bob Ferguson. She says she's ready to uphold both the U.S. and Washington state constitutions.
Washingtonians deserve judges who will serve with integrity and humility and a deep respect for Washington's independent role as a sovereign state in our constitutional system.
Melody has led the Attorney General's Office Civil Rights Division since it was created in 2015. According to the governor's office, she has also successfully argued cases against the Trump administration. Still ahead here on Nightside, a new event is coming to Spokane next month that celebrates local wineries, how you can take part in Sip Spokane. And looking ahead to the weekend, some possible sunshine in the forecast. We'll tell you when after the break. Don't go away.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by the National RV Show and Sale, January 15th through the 19th.
KXLY Plus is now streaming free over the air on KXLY 4.5. The latest headlines, breaking news, and new original local programs you won't find anywhere else. KXLY Plus, powered by 4 News Now and free over the air. All day, every day on KXLY 4.5.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig, Swap & Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
Call the 9s, 509-999-9999.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me, this me, this me. I'm kidding. To be my best at all of this, I have to be my best at this. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
This show is wonderful, Jimmy.
You're defending democracy.
Yes! People have spoken. There's a lot more to come, so save your energy here.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Inland Northwest RV Show and Sale, January 22nd through the 25th.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Nightside. Next month, you can experience all of the amazing wineries Spokane has to offer in one event. The Spokane Winery Association is hosting the first ever Sip Spokane event. 12 local wineries and specialty wine shops will be participating, and there will be tastings, hors d'oeuvres, and more. It's happening on Sunday, February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, at Chateau Rive in downtown Spokane. Tickets are on sale now. They range from $35 to $50. You can find the link to purchase tickets inside this story on our website, KXLY.com. If you're going to take your sweetie to that, make sure he or she knows beforehand so they don't think on Valentine's Day, I didn't get anything, since it's happening the day after, right?
Good point. Boy, you're thinking ahead. Is this something you're planning?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. Well, some sunshine might be welcome by everyone, and it looks like we do have some coming in the forecast. 27 degrees right now in Spokane and cloudy. It's 28 in Coeur d'Alene. Our winds have been light for over a week now under this ridge of high pressure. It's going to be a subtle change in these winds that are going to make the difference. And we've already starting to see a little bit of that in Sandpoint picking up, and I'll explain in a moment. Thursday is going to be another very calm day, but on Friday, our winds are picking up out of the northeast, up to 10 miles per hour. Northeasterly winds, that brings our driest hottest and our coldest air through the gaps in the mountains and through the Purcell Trench into the region, and that's what's going to help get rid of our low clouds. Tracking our weather pattern, you can see this very cold Arctic air that is spilling into the northern plains and the Great Lakes. You're going to be hearing a lot of national weather about the winter weather, but we are going to just be getting a little hint of that Arctic air thanks to that northeasterly breeze. But all of the snow and the wintry storm type weather is going to be elsewhere across the country, and it is going to be quite a week. We already have a number of storm systems in place causing problems. Lake effect snow. There were blizzard conditions today in Iowa and bitterly cold. We have winter storm watches and warnings all the way from New Mexico through Oklahoma and Texas up through the mid-Atlantic. Meanwhile, this dark blue area is an extreme cold warning, something you don't want to have. Now, we are going to have a dip in our temperatures thanks to that Arctic air. We are going to be down in the teens for, these are lows, I should say that real quickly. Our low temperature trend down in the teens Friday through Monday. We've only been in the teens one day, so that is so far this season, so that is pretty amazing. We are going to have several days down in the teens. High temperatures will be in the 20s and lower 30s. We've been through that here recently, but with adding the sunshine, that should make a difference. But those overnight lows, you're going to feel that. And I'm really starting to lose hope that we're going to see any snow early next week, but it's still at least a chance in there. Meanwhile, we do have some Wildlife Wednesday photos to share with you. This is a hungry muskrat captured by Mark Vogt. He was on the lookout for some snacks, and he's got a little bit of moisture on his whiskers there, looking pretty cute. From Courtney Litwin, a beautiful picture of a cow moose bedded down in the snow. Seems to be taking the cold by stride there. Ron Burdick shared this photo of a northern harrier in flight, but look at where he's looking for something to swoop down on and capture. I love this hilarious photo from Paula Santer Stout. This is a thirsty squirrel in Pothole State Park, not far from Moses Lake. I've got one more, Derek. We've got a little fan, not necessarily wildlife, but a News 4 fan, 4 News Now fan. This is Teddy, a peach-faced lovebird in Spokane Valley, watching the weather and probably wishing it was warmer.
Oh, I bet. All right. Pretty great shots there, Chris. Thank you. Still to come, President Trump announces a framework of a deal for acquiring Greenland. The message European leaders are sending against this idea when we return.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It only happens once a year, the 38th annual Inland Northwest RV Show. This weekend at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Multiple dealers, hundreds of RVs, incredible prices. The Big RV Show, January 22nd through 25th, Spokane Fairgrounds with free parking.
Tastes like money. To Oliver, eating here instead of buying a stadium hot dog is like putting away $20. If Oliver sees sandwiches as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo's right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Whoops. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com. It's 2026 and Bill's Heating is celebrating the new year with an incredible offer. $26 tune-ups for a limited time. That's a full professional heating system check to keep your furnace running safely, efficiently, and reliably through the heart of winter. Our service trucks are already on the road. And when a Bill's Heating technician pulls into your driveway, you know your comfort is in good hands. So call 208-777-5528 now to schedule your $26 tune-up. Bill's Heating, comfort you can count on.
It only happens once a year, the 38th annual Inland Northwest RV Show. This weekend at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Multiple dealers, hundreds of RVs, incredible prices. The Big RV Show, January 22nd through 25th, Spokane Fairgrounds with free parking.
4 News Now is brought to you by Precision Garage Door Service.
Welcome back. President Trump announcing he has a framework of a deal in order to gain control of Greenland, which is a Danish territory. This announcement coming after his address to world leaders at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland today. ABC's Melissa Adon has the details.
Tonight, following President Trump's appearance at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, an update on the U.S. conquest for Greenland. Trump announcing in a social media post he has reached a, quote, framework of a deal with the Secretary General of NATO and is backing off on his threats to impose new tariffs on NATO allies. The president's post did not provide further details on the framework for Greenland.
I think it puts everybody in a really good position, especially as it pertains to security and minerals and other minerals.
While the president reiterated calls for the U.S. to acquire the Danish territory, this time he's taking military intervention off the table.
We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
European leaders uniting in support of Denmark, which owns Greenland, saying it's not for sale. And tonight, U.S. stocks closing higher after the Dow fell 870 points yesterday. Trump acknowledging the drop, but saying Iceland instead of Greenland.
They're not there for us on Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money.
During an interview with Fox News, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte says the U.S. ownership of Greenland did not come up during his meeting with President Trump.
He's very much focused on what do we need to do to make sure that that huge Arctic region, where change is taking place at the moment, where the Chinese and Russians are more and more active, how we can protect that. That was really the focus of our discussions.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
After completing the first ever medical evacuation from the International Space Station, the astronauts involved are speaking out. Crew 11 returned to Earth nearly 6 weeks early after one crew member experienced an undisclosed medical issue. The 3 astronauts and 1 cosmonaut spent 167 days in space before their emergency return. NASA continues to protect the affected crew members' privacy by not revealing their identity or the nature of their medical emergency.
We're getting ready for an EVA. Something happened. The team came together, and it wasn't just this team, but the whole team, like Zena said, around the world.
NASA reports the affected crew member is recovering well. Now for some of our top trending stories in the 4 News Now Story Tracker. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says a shoplifting incident escalated into a violent confrontation yesterday when a suspect assaulted loss prevention officers and commanded his dog to bite the store manager. It happened at a store near Argonne and Montgomery in Spokane Valley. Store employees sustained minor injuries and the stolen merchandise was recovered. 31-year-old Michael Espinoza was arrested on charges of first-degree robbery, third-degree theft, and 2 counts of fourth-degree assault. Next, a teenage girl is facing robbery and theft charges after allegedly stealing from Petunia and Loomis in downtown Spokane and pepper spraying the owner of the shop. This also took place yesterday. Spokane police say the owner reported that a girl walked into the store, stole a beanie, and then left. The owner says he was pepper sprayed when he went outside to confront the girl and the 2 males with her. Police were able to get photos of the girl and locate her. She was booked for first-degree robbery and third-degree theft. And topping the list, a bark beetle infestation has led Spokane to remove nearly 200 trees from public parks and golf courses. Homeowners can look to see if their trees are infested by looking for what's called pitch tubes. If you see oozing pitch and sap coming from your tree, that may be a good indication, along with sawdust at the base of the tree. You can find each of these stories and much more on our website, KXLY.com. All right, the Zags blasted the Pepperdine Waves tonight.
Not too much trouble for the top of the WCC versus the bottom. Check out after the break how Gonzaga pulled off this strong win without their 2 top leading scorers. It's coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the YWCA Women of Achievement Luncheon. Friday night.
I heard somebody running from behind me, and that's when I saw the knife in his hand. He tackled me on the ground. I really thought he was gonna die.
We have a killer in our community, and it could be anyone.
A stunning true crime.
Completely a mystery.
And what played out next.
This is a detail only the killer would know.
Chilling.
He was living the secret life. Nobody saw this coming. I was like, holy.
All new 2020, Friday night on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
When you call the advocates, you'll see right away. We don't fiddle around.
We don't waste time.
Don't dilly-dally.
We don't burn daylight.
Because this isn't our first rodeo.
Or a second.
We know the ropes.
Bend the dance.
We've been down this road.
We know the score.
We've been there.
Got the t-shirt.
Done it all?
Seen it all.
Which means the advocates is the place to call for your injury case. We'll fight to get you the most.
And don't dilly-dally.
Don't start that again. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
This card is going to be the ticket to the rest of your career. Welcome to American Idol University.
American Idol is back.
We're heading to Nashville
to find the best undiscovered talent.
I can't believe people like you still walk through that door.
This is going to be my favorite class of the year. I will think about you probably for the rest of my life. I didn't think I'd ever get to be somewhere like this.
American Idol premieres Monday, January 26 on ABC and Hulu.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs crashed the Pepperdine Waves tonight in a strong 24-point win, earning at least now 20 wins in 29 straight seasons, the second longest streak across college basketball. Gonzaga faced little resistance in an all-around great performance that lacked struggle despite missing both leading scorers, Graham Ike and Braden Huff. Zags walk-on Noah Holland broke out for a 10-point career performance, hauling in 4 rebounds and not missing a shot in his 11 minutes played. He spoke post-game on what it's like to have a game like this now under his belt.
Obviously, the main thing is just be ready defensively. We got a ton of offensive weapons already, and even though we're down 2 of our main weapons, we still got people that can score. So just being able to sub in and be, not a liability on one end of the floor, and then be able to do my job on the offensive end is just, the main thing I was focusing on.
Gonzaga sticks at home for a date against the San Francisco Dons this Saturday evening. Washington State men's hoops could not stage a late comeback against the San Diego Toreros, falling 96-92 after a 60-point second half and 29 points from Ace Glass. Glass shot 11 for 21 and added 7 rebounds, but USD making 15 three-pointers and leading by as much as 18 were too much for Wazoo to overcome. The loss sets WSU back to 3-5 in conference play and now on a 4-game losing streak as they enter 3 straight at home. That starts with Pepperdine this Saturday at 3. The Seahawks host the Los Angeles Rams this Sunday in the highly anticipated 3rd meeting this season, with the winner advancing to Super Bowl 60. It's a battle of the Titans as the Rams boast the top NFL overall and passing offense against the league's best scoring defense in Seattle. The Hawks also have the 3rd best offensive points per game, 7th best in total yards, helped by #1 receiver in Jackson Smith-Njigba. LA's defense ranks in the average, though, only 19th in the league against the pass, better suited against the rush at 10th. Seattle and LA kick off at 3:30 p.m. this Sunday at Lumen Field. The Gonzaga Prep girls basketball team is turning heads around the league this season with an undefeated record. They're 14-0. Armia Green spent some time with them and gives us an inside look at the girls behind the success.
The Gonzaga Prep girls basketball team has been tearing through their competition and ranked #1 in the Greater Spokane League's 4A.
We asked them to do stuff that's really hard, and they seem to enjoy trying to do it together. And I think that's the bigger lesson that we're trying to get through basketball.
That approach shapes everything the Bullpups do.
One of the things we've talked about a lot this year is something we call the urgency of now. We get too focused on things that are down the road and not maybe the process of how you get there.
And for junior Ayla Cornwall, that message hits home.
Supporting them and their successes, and they
reciprocated that and like supported my like coming back from recovery and everything. Have just been there for me.
Cornwall earned all-state honors as a freshman, but missed last season with a major knee injury. Now she embraces every moment back on the court with college offers waiting for her.
I like to understand that sure I have like stuff going for me, but also it's really important that you only go through high school once. You only get 4 years to like live this out.
And for seniors like Laura Thompson, living in the moment has built a lasting sisterhood.
It's just like something that I don't know if I'll ever be able to find somewhere else. So it's something that I really cherished the last 4 years, and I'm like continuing to just be grateful for it every single day that I get to be in the gym with them.
The Bullpups focus on now, and they do it together. From Spokane, I'm Mia Green, 4 News Now Sports.
Lots of fun seeing how high school basketball is getting closer, though it is a week later than last year with districts and state title stuff. So it's all shifted a little bit, which gives us a little bit extra time until all the big postseason gets in.
But boy, it is not far away. All right, Jack, thank you. We'll be right back.
Everyone wants to know who will be nominated. Now tomorrow, live on GMA, the Oscar nominations will be revealed. No one does Oscars like. Go on, tell them, Conan.
Good morning, America.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King.
Coming to Spokane for 3 weeks only this January. Get your tickets today at BroadwaySpokane.com.
If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident,
the best time to call an attorney is as soon as possible.
The second best time?
Right now.
Call Russell and Hill.
The sooner you call, the sooner we can start working on your case.
And remember, the call is free, the advice is free.
And we win your case, or it's free.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Call Russell and Hill.
Russell and Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me, this me, this me. I'm kidding. To be my best at all of this, I have to be my best at this. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
The Spokane Jewish Film Festival begins its run tomorrow at the Magic Lantern Theater. For opening night, there will be a reception with appetizers prepared by Feast World Kitchen and a screening of Elie Wiesel's Soul on Fire. The movie centers around Wiesel's life, who's a renowned author, political activist, and Holocaust survivor. You can purchase tickets for opening night or for the full length of the festival. It runs from the 22nd up till February 1st. All right, fans of Ribby or the rock band The Offspring will love this. This video posted by the Spokane Indians on social media shows Ribby getting to dance in the crowd during the band's performance. He may have even joined a mosh pit at one point. The Offspring played at Numerica Veterans Arena last night. The Indians wrote in their post that Ribby's pretty fly for a fish guy.
That is the best thing I've ever seen. Planning forecast, cloudy Thursday with a high of 30. I really think we are going to finally see some sunshine this weekend, but it's going to be a cold weekend.
I think, though, if you were sitting behind Ribby at any point, you might, have had your view obstructed. Maybe you weren't such a big fan.
Well, at least he was warm. It seems like that suit really keeps you warm.
It's a lot of sweat inside of that, for sure. All right, thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow.